Many people do not understand the true power of AI technology. Gap 3S. The office glowed with the blue light of many monitors. It looked like a scene from a sci-fi movie where technology and innovation came together. The hum of servers and the clicks of keyboards filled the air, showing the fast pace of the tech world. Lines of code scrolled quickly, a blur of characters and commands. Each line was a piece of a complex puzzle, part of the digital world being created by skilled professionals. This was the heart of a top tech firm, where the future was being built one keystroke at a time. The employees were creating tomorrow, pushing the limits of what was possible. But in the shadows, a different operation was happening. Hidden from the busy office, a lone figure was planning a huge heist. A lone figure sat at a computer, headphones on. The screen's glow lit up his face, showing intense focus. He was a digital ghost, moving through the virtual world easily. His fingers flew over the keyboard, creating a digital symphony of sound. Each keystroke was careful, each command exact. He was making something extraordinary, something that would change everything. He wasn't a typical hacker. He wasn't breaking into systems or stealing data. His target was more elusive, more personal. He wasn't breaking into systems, he was breaking into something more personal. A voice. A voice. A voice with power, influence, and the key to riches. This wasn't just any voice. It was the voice of a CEO of a rival company. A voice that commanded respect and had power in the corporate world. With this voice, he could unlock doors that were usually closed. He could access guarded information and company secrets. And with a few keystrokes, this digital ghost would use it to steal millions with a simple phone call. It was a plan that needed precision and perfect execution of a digital trick. Stealing millions with a simple phone call. The person on the other end would think they were talking to the CEO. It was a heist that crossed physical boundaries, a crime of the future. This is the new face of crime: AI voice cloning. A technology that could be used for good or bad, now in the hands of those who wanted to exploit it. The digital age had brought a new era of heists, with higher stakes and smarter players. Imagine a world where technology can copy anyone's voice. That world is here. AI voice cloning uses advanced algorithms to copy the details of human speech. Think of it as a vocal fingerprint. Every tone, pause, and tremor in your voice is mapped and recreated. It only takes a few minutes of recorded audio. This audio is fed into a deep learning system which breaks it down into small sound pieces. The AI then learns to put these pieces together, copying the target's voice with high accuracy. In our case, criminals used the CEO's voice when they spoke to him and cloned it. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. The phone rang and Sarah felt a chill. She was waiting for her daughter's call, but this wasn't it. Her heart raced as she picked up the phone, her hands shaking. It was her daughter's voice, scared and frantic. Hearing her child in fear was like a stab to her heart, leaving her breathless. "Mom, help me, I've been kidnapped!" The words echoed in her mind, each one more terrifying than the last. She could barely think, her mind racing with fear. "They want money, please don't call the police!" Her daughter's voice begged, full of desperation. Sarah's world was spinning and she felt helpless. Panic gripped Sarah. She listened as her daughter's voice, choked with sobs, told her the kidnappers' demands. The fear in her child's voice was unbearable, and Sarah started to cry. A large ransom to be wired immediately. The amount was huge, and Sarah's mind raced as she tried to figure out how to get the money. She felt trapped. Sarah didn't know her daughter was safe at school. The real horror was that this was all a cruel trick, a nightmare created by criminals. The voice on the phone was an AI, trained on social media clips of her daughter's voice. The technology was so advanced, it sounded real. The kidnappers were digital ghosts, using a mother's love for money. They used advanced technology to create a perfect copy of her daughter's voice, turning Sarah's worst fears into a weapon. This wasn't an isolated case. AI voice cloning scams are increasing, preying on our trust and fears. As technology advances, so do the methods of those who exploit it, making us all vulnerable to new forms of deception. Section 4: The Ripple Effect, Victims and Rising Numbers. These scams cause a lot of emotional pain. Victims suffer from financial loss and broken trust. Imagine being fooled by a voice you trust, a loved one. The fear, helplessness, and guilt are overwhelming. These scams are happening more often than you'd imagine. The technology is getting cheaper and easier to use. More criminals can now use these tools, making the threat bigger and more dangerous. Section 5: The Art of Deception. Scammers use this tech in scary ways. Picture getting a call from your bank, urgently asking to transfer money, or a call from your boss, asking for company secrets. These scams use the trust we have in familiar voices. We believe what we hear, especially from known voices. AI voice cloning turns this trust against us. Beyond words, the power of emotional mimicry. AI voice cloning is effective because it captures emotions, not just words. Think about how your voice changes when you're scared, excited, or angry. These changes in tone and pitch influence our reactions. AI can now copy these emotional cues, making the cloned voice more convincing. The AI can add fear, urgency, or excitement to the voice, making the victim easier to manipulate. It's like emotional camouflage, letting the scammer blend into the background noise of our lives. In a world where technology can copy anyone, being careful is our best defense. With AI and machine learning, it's hard to tell what's real. Stay updated on the latest threats and how they affect us. Be cautious of unexpected calls asking for personal info or money. Scammers use tech to fake caller IDs and create urgency. Always think before you act. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Trust your gut. If a call or message seems fishy, question it. Better safe than sorry. Verify the caller's identity yourself. Look up the official contact info and reach out directly. This can stop you from getting scammed. Don't be afraid to hang up and call back using a known number. Knowledge is power. Take control to protect yourself and your info. Learn how AI voice cloning works to spot the signs and protect yourself. Stay informed about the technology and its updates. The future of crime is here, but it doesn't have to be our present. Stay alert and informed to reduce risks and protect your digital life.